There's a saying, the strength of a man is not measured by how he treats his equals, but by how he treats those who depend on him. In a world where relationships, romantic, professional, and platonic, define much of our success and happiness, how men treat women speaks volumes about their character. Yet, too often, men unknowingly engage in behaviors that diminish trust, create emotional distance, or even cause harm to the very people they care about. This isn't about pointing fingers or placing blame, it's about self-awareness, growth, and becoming the best version of oneself. Think about the greatest leaders, the most respected men in history. What do they have in common? They built others up, they listened, they led with strength and kindness. The true mark of a great man is not in how much power he holds, but in how responsibly he wields it. Today, we're breaking down 7 things that men should never do with women, whether it's in relationships, friendships, or everyday interactions. These are not just lessons in etiquette but principles that define strong, confident, and honorable men. 1. Do not disrespect her feelings. Emotions are powerful, and how we handle them defines the depth of our relationships. One of the biggest mistakes men make is dismissing or invalidating a woman's feelings. When she expresses sadness, frustration, or concern, the worst thing you can say is, "You're overreacting," or, "It's not a big deal." Those words immediately create a wall, making her feel unheard and unimportant. Instead, the strongest men listen. They may not always agree, but they acknowledge her feelings. A simple, "I hear you. I understand why you feel this way," can make all the difference. It's not about fixing the problem immediately, it's about showing that you care. 2. Do not try to control her. True strength isn't about control, it's about influence. Yet, some men mistakenly believe that being in a relationship gives them the right to dictate a woman's choices, how she dresses, who she talks to, where she goes. Let's be clear, love is not ownership. The moment you try to control someone, you replace love with fear, and fear kills connection. A confident man supports his partner's independence. He trusts her judgment. Instead of restricting, he inspires. When a woman feels free yet chooses to be with you, that's real power, not control, but connection. 3. Do not compare her to other women. Nothing damages a woman's confidence more than being compared to someone else. Whether it's an ex, a celebrity, or a friend's wife, comparison is the thief of joy. Men sometimes think they're giving helpful advice by saying things like, "Why can't you be more like her?" Or, "She never complains like you do." But in reality, this makes a woman feel inadequate, unappreciated, and insecure. Instead, appreciate her uniqueness. Every woman has strengths and flaws, just like you. The key to a strong relationship is celebrating each other, not measuring one another against someone else's highlight reel. 4. Do not take her for granted. A woman who gives you her time, energy, and love is offering something priceless. But too often, men become comfortable and stop putting in effort. At the start of a relationship, there are compliments, thoughtful gestures, and deep conversations. But over time, some men stop doing the little things, forgetting to say thank you, neglecting to notice when she's struggling, assuming she'll always be there. Here's the truth, no one stays where they feel unappreciated forever. The strongest men never stop courting their partner. They don't wait for problems to arise before showing appreciation. They make her feel valued every single day. 5. Do not be dishonest or disloyal. Trust is the foundation of every relationship. Break that, and everything else crumbles. Dishonesty, whether it's lying, hiding things, or cheating, is a shortcut to destruction. It doesn't just hurt the woman, it damages a man's integrity. Every lie told is a dent in his credibility, a step away from being the kind of man people respect. A real man doesn't make promises he can't keep. If you value someone, you honor their trust. If you're unhappy, you communicate, not betray. In a world full of deception, being a man of your word is the greatest sign of strength. 6. Do not dismiss her dreams and ambitions. Every person has dreams, goals they want to achieve, passions they want to pursue. One of the worst things a man can do is belittle a woman's aspirations. Saying things like, "That's unrealistic," or, "Why do you even care about that?" crushes her spirit. A strong man is not threatened by a woman's success, he is inspired by it. Support her. Encourage her. Be the voice that says, "You've got this." When a woman knows that the man in her life believes in her, she becomes unstoppable. And when she wins, so do you. 7. Do not ignore her needs. A relationship is not just about what a man wants, it's a two-way street. One of the most common mistakes men make is focusing only on their own needs while neglecting what matters to their partner. This applies emotionally, physically, and mentally. A woman's needs, whether it's affection, communication, or quality time, are just as important as yours. Ignoring them leads to resentment. Over time, she'll stop trying to express what she needs and will start looking for it elsewhere, not in another person, but in her independence. A strong man understands that love isn't just about receiving, it's about giving. Conclusion: be the man who inspires, not the one who regrets. Every man has a choice, to be remembered as someone who uplifted the women in his life or as someone who left them with wounds. Being a great man isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about recognizing mistakes, learning from them, and striving to be better every day. If you want to build strong relationships, whether with a partner, a friend, or a colleague, remember this: respect is not optional. Trust is not negotiable, and kindness is not weakness. A true man leads with strength, but he loves with gentleness. He doesn't diminish, he empowers. And in doing so, he leaves behind a legacy of greatness. So, the question is, what kind of man do you want to be?